Peña De Juaica, the door to infinity and its legends. According to the ancient inhabitants of Tabio, the Muisca Indians worshipped this mountain and performed cults, payments, and sacrifices in honor of their gods. The Peña de Juaica is a majestic mountain located 45 minutes from the Bogota savanna between the municipalities of Tabio and Teño, at a height of 3,100 meters above sea level. Today, this enigmatic place has a magical connotation that attracts many visitors and onlookers. In the world, it's already known as an open door to other sensory dimensions, since according to experts, it allows us to observe lights and unidentified objects on its top. There are even those who maintain that they are UFOs. The inhabitants of Tabio themselves assure that they have had sightings of mysterious lights on that mountain. From different points of view, the subject raises all kinds of explanations. Those who approach the matter to try to frame it in the analysis of inexplicable phenomena, or those who investigate why with their eyes they have seen strange elements. What they do agree on is that the rock of Huayca is a natural spectacle that has a special energy that invites us to believe that we are not alone, nor are we the only living beings in the universe. Now, according to the ancient inhabitants of Tabio, the Muisca Indians worshipped this mountain and performed cults, payments, and sacrifices in honor of their gods, mainly to the goddess Huayca, to whom they asked for good luck and abundance in planting their crops, rain for their lands, and fertility for their women. In addition, the indigenous people stood guard at the top of the mountain to see those who were approaching the valley in the distance. In times of colonization, there were mass suicides of indigenous people as an act of dignity before being subjected. There are those who affirm that part of the energy load that the Huayca rock has is attributed to these events. Systems engineer William Chavez Ariza, an accomplished ufologist, that is, a student of the UFO phenomena, has been visiting that mountain for more than 30 years. Currently, from his position as director of OVNI Contact in Colombia, an organization that spreads knowledge about the presence of UFOs in the country, he testifies that several times he has seen disc or plate-shaped lights circulating the sky of that wonderful place. On his experiences, Chavez wrote the book Huayca, the Door of the Gods. In addition, today he divides his time between Bogota and Tabio and coordinates visits to the site. According to him, one night he had eye contact with space beings, and at least 15 people who camped in the village of El Santuario can attest to this. That was on September 24th, 1994, after a heavy downpour. Chavez says that 2 orange lights appeared, one of them settled on the tree, and then luminous human figures appeared. The sudden characters accompanied them for 20 minutes before disappearing. The researcher adds that on another occasion, this time during the day, a UFO landed on the same tree, and people who later touched it and had physical ailments began to improve. For this reason, William Chavez baptized it as, quote, the tree of life, end quote. In contrast, Enrique Smelding, a philosopher inhabitant of the municipality, asserts that he has not seen anything, but that he recognizes that this rock is a special place. The strange thing is that most people don't understand it. Smelding insists that miracles do not exist, but that there may be manifestations of superior technology. He said strange events are named in the Bible that today we could call UFOs. The truth is that it is obtuse to think that we are alone in the universe. I rather believe that the world is full of life everywhere, he said. And remember that one day he went up the rock with his brother and some friends and saw a black stone similar to a meteorite. One of them touched it and later said that it had a special energy. When they came down the south side of the mountain, they ended up realizing they were on the opposite side. According to Smelding, these things have happened to many people who have ended up lost 2 or 3 hours from the main road. From his perspective, when human beings reach a more advanced spiritual level, they also begin to acquire higher levels of human consciousness. Spirituality not only strengthens respect for one another, but also makes new situations to be perceived around them. Juan Sebastian Castañeda Soto is a psychologist in training, but as a researcher of UFO phenomena, he's lived in Tabio for more than 15 years. He is fond of gazing at the sky, wondering what lies beyond. From his experiences, he recounted that once at a friend's house, while feeding a small pet, he saw a very large blue light at the top of the rock that moved fast and then hid in the mountains. It could be the reflection of an airplane, a comet, a shooting star, or a meteorite, but Sebastian Castañeda does not rule out that it was a UFO. The same is stated by Cesar Eduardo Bernal Quintero, journalist from the National Radio Broadcasting Company of Colombia, who says, quote, "I've always thought that those of us who were born in the municipality of Tabio, what happens to the people who live near the pyramids of Egypt, the wonders of the universe are majestic, and just as they are in contact with history, it's enough for the Tabioanos to open the window of the house to contemplate a magnificent mountain. What happens is that seeing it every day becomes normal as it sees lights on the site," end quote. Cesar Bernal insists that the subject can be approached from multiple perspectives, from the scientific, the historical, or the anthropological, to the paranormal. From the legend, the lights may be a reflection of the gold that is said to have been buried in that mountain by the Muisca indigenous people. In fact, that explains why the quackeria has proliferated on the site for many years. It's also stated that the origin of the game of Yu or Turmeque, shaped like a flying saucer, is a way of paying tribute to the sun or the lights that went from one side of the Huayca mountain to the Majui hill. However, there's another version, also in the legend category. It's said that the female Mohan lived on the mountain. The male was on the Majui hill in the municipality of Kota. When Mohanis met for love, rains and storms appeared in Tabio. Truth or fiction, the only thing clear is that the municipality of Tabio, 45 minutes from Bogota, Colombia, there is a natural attraction that many do not know. A majestic mountain where myths and mysteries combine to captivate the minds of skeptics and the enthusiasm of preservatives of nature. And this is on Collective Spark by N. Hale, Ancient Mysteries. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.